All right, so next in the unit, we're going to be finding volumes of composite figures. So I went ahead and printed my notes in color, thinking that that might be able to help you see the difference in the two shapes a little bit easier maybe. So in the first example, you can see that there's two different figures, one that will be added to another. I don't know if you can really tell in the second example, but instead of two shapes being added together, we're going to be separating two shapes because we have the triangular prism that is like the whole shape, and then it's kind of like they drilled a cylinder through it, and so it's like there's a hollow spot in it that we'll be subtracting, that we'll be taking out. So let's go ahead and get started with the first example. So we have two rectangular prisms, and I always like to think of the height as being the longest side. So I'm going to imagine that these rectangular prisms are kind of flopped over on their sides. So if this part is 2 feet and this part is 1 foot, then that means this part is also 1 foot. And then that says 0.5 feet, so this is also 0.5 feet. So I'm going to have the top rectangular prism, so this piece right here, and then also the bottom rectangular prism. So I need to find the area of the base. So the base is 1 by 2. And you can draw on your picture or not, it doesn't really matter. So 1 by 2 is the area of the base. So 2 feet squared. And then the volume is going to be the area of the base multiplied by the height of the prism, which I've got on this side, the 6. And 2 times 6 is 12. So 12 feet cubed. All right, so there's the top. Nope, that's the bottom. Said top, but I wasn't using the measurements for the top shape. Okay, so that was the bottom shape. And then for the top shape, I have 2 feet multiplied by 0.5 feet. So the area of the base is going to be 2 feet multiplied by 0.5 feet, which is 1 square foot. And then it looks like the height of this prism is 4 feet. So the volume is going to be the area of the base multiplied by the height, which is 4 cubic feet. And so overall for the composite shape, I'm just going to take those two volumes, 12 and 4, and add them together to get 16 cubic feet. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same for example 2. So I have a triangular prism and a cylinder. You can call this like the whole outside shape versus the inside shape, or you could just call them what they are. I didn't do rectangular prism in this case since they were both the same shape, but here I think I'll call them what they are. So I'll say the triangular prism. And for that, I need to find the area of the base. So I have the base of the triangle, which is 6, the height of the triangle, which is 5. So I've got 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle, which is 1/2 of 30. And 1/2 of 30 is 15 square feet. And then the volume is going to be the area of that base multiplied by the height. So the area of the base multiplied by the height, 15 times 4 is 60 cubic feet. Next, I need to find the volume of the cylinder. The base of the cylinder is going to be a circle. And for these notes and then also for this assignment, I used a lot of pictures from the same resource. And they did it in red for the color pictures, but in the black and white pictures, you can kind of see it too, where they have a line all the way across all the way across to signify if it's a diameter, and then they draw the line only halfway across if it's a radius. So when they draw this, they're not saying the 2 feet only goes to the right side. They're saying that the 2 feet is part of this, which is a diameter, because it goes all the way across. And the only reason I know that with this is because it's in color, but if you compare different problems in the assignment that we'll end up doing, you'll be able to see that some of them are half and some of them are all the way. So right here, it could be confusing, but right here we know that the 2 feet is a diameter. So I'm going to write this off to the side. Diameter equals 2 feet, and so radius equals 1 foot. And so when I find the area of the base, I'm going to do pi r squared, which is just 1 pi feet squared. And so then to find the volume, I'm going to do the area of the base multiplied by the height. And so we get 4 pi. So now to find the overall volume, I just need to do 60 minus 4 pi, and we could leave that as the final answer if we wanted the answer to be an exact form, but if somebody gave me the volume of one shape and it had 2 terms like that, I'd be kind of weirded out, and so we can go ahead and just type that in and see what it is. So 60 minus 4 pi, 47.434. 47.434. Yep, and that would be feet cubed. And that's it for the video. We're going to leave the third problem for tomorrow. Example 3 for tomorrow. We might do example 4, we might not. So go ahead and leave this as the end of your notes for tonight. No need to do any more before tomorrow.